My dad yelled at me non-stop and even called me useless for one missed spot in his lawn, so I hid his glasses deep in his closet, and he stumbled around blind all night. My mom had to attend an out-of-town work training for the entire summer, and since she still thinks I'm a helpless child, she refused to leave me home alone. She dropped me off at my dad's house like I was a package she didn't want to leave on the porch. The problem is, I don't like Dad at all. He yells all the time. Not disciplined, not corrected, just yelled. It's like he thinks raising the volume makes him wise, so being stuck with him for an entire summer was already a nightmare. He yelled when I woke up late. He yelled when I woke up early. He yelled when I left a cup in the sink. He yelled when I breathed too loud near the fridge. But the breaking point came one afternoon after I mowed the whole yard in disgusting heat. My shirt was soaked, my arms felt like noodles, and all I wanted was a cold drink. I stepped inside and grabbed a glass of water. My dad immediately started screaming, "You missed the edge! Are you stupid? How can you be this useless?" Useless. That word stung more than the heat. I just stared at him, feeling something icy settle into my chest. I want to go home that night, to be honest. This man is impossible. I'm done with his drama. The next morning, he was already yelling before my eyes were open. I got up, grabbed my laundry basket, and walked into his room pretending to look for a missing sock. His glasses were on the nightstand. Without them, he can barely navigate his own house. I picked them up, walked to his closet, and shoved them deep behind his old coats. Then I walked out, calm as ever. It didn't take long. "Where are my glasses?" he shouted from the hallway, because he couldn't even find the door to knock. I stepped out of my room, didn't touch anything. He started patting the walls, the dresser, even the floor. He muttered curses, blaming everyone and everything. "Nothing is ever where it should be since you came here," he grumbled. I leaned on the doorway. Yep, definitely my fault. Totally psychic. I made them disappear with my teenage powers. He didn't respond. He just kept stumbling around like a confused giant mole. At dinner, he still hadn't found them. He squinted at his plate, scooping food way too far to the left. I moved to gently steady his hand. "Let me," he snapped. "I don't need help." I sat back. "Right, you totally got this. I can tell." 5 minutes later, he knocked his drink over. That night, I heard him fumbling through the hallway. His footsteps were slow, careful. He bumped into the coffee table, then the shoe rack, then the wall. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I just enjoyed the view. Around midnight, he stopped in front of my door, not knocking because he couldn't see where the door even was. "Hey," he said, voice low and tired. "Can you help me look? They're really gone and I can't see anything." I opened the door just enough to see him standing there, one hand on the wall like he was holding himself together. "You sure?" I said. "Last time I tried, I got yelled at like I stole the moon." He swallowed. "I just need some help." I sighed like the exhausted teenager I was. "Let's look tomorrow." He nodded slowly. I didn't take his arm, but I walked beside him down the hallway. Not close, just close enough so he didn't crash into another doorframe. When he reached his room, he whispered something like, "Thanks," then shut the door gently. The next morning, he moved quieter, softer, like a man who finally realized the house didn't bend around his shouting. When he quietly asked if I could drive him to the pharmacy for temporary glasses, I walked into his room holding his missing pair. "Found these behind the coats in your closet," I said. "Maybe if you talked a little nicer, you wouldn't lose them." He slipped them on, blinked sharply, and breathed out in relief. And for the first time that summer, he didn't yell, not once.